it's Jacqueline and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. Today we're doing an apartment renovation. So this is a renovation of, I believe, VII Landgraab apartment. It's in Uptown. And let me tell you right now, this apartment, it's a horrible, horrible thing. And I kind of resent its existence a little tiny bit because it is, first of all, it's massive. And I've never really gotten huge apartments. Like, I just don't understand, you know? Like, if you have enough money to buy this apartment or like live in this apartment, constantly pay rent for it, just buy a house, you know? But like, you know, up to people's preference, I guess. But it also has on the first floor the medium wall height and on the second floor the tall wall height. And you know, because I can't, I just hate it. I just hate the big walls, you know, like it's unnecessary. And the thing is, the wall height is a great tool for the outside of the build. Like the exteriors, they look great with tall wall height. It just makes it amazing, you know? And it's very nice in that regard. But this is an apartment. The outside is totally irrelevant. Like, that's the game. You really can't do much to change it, except I guess in this one there is a balcony, so you have a little bit of power, but like really, you cannot change the outside. The outside could be short. It wouldn't matter. But they just felt the need to add in the super tall walls, and even medium on both levels would be okay. But typically, bedrooms are what go upstairs. What are you gonna put on the super tall walls of a bedroom? Like, what? It's so unnecessary. And so, yeah, that's kind of why I avoid these apartments in the first place. But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it, and I did it. And I do like it. Like, the thing is, I feel like, actually, hold on, that's a lie. I was gonna say that I feel like the style of these apartments can be really nice, and they can, especially because he's got these big, like, gorgeous windows, and they're so pretty. That's the, like, only advantage of the tall wall height, I think. But yeah, so there's these huge, gorgeous, modern windows, and so immediately you see it, and you're like, oh, modern build, perfect, okay, like, cool, I'm ready. But then you go look at the door, and it's this traditional looking, like, I don't know, colonial style door. What? It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. And yeah, so I was kind of deeply upset by that, but it's fine. We covered it up a little bit. We sort of did. I made like a little entryway type of thing so that you couldn't really see the door from the rest of the build. I feel kind of bad now covering up the door, but you know, it's fine. It didn't fit. But anyway, besides the door, the entire hallway makes no sense, okay? Like, I have a vendetta, seriously, against this hallway. There's something wrong with it, because it's like this brown wallpaper with the crown molding, and like, that's fine, you know, whatever, use your wallpaper, I don't care. But it doesn't make any sense. No one has ever used crown molding next to these giant modern windows in The Sims. It doesn't make sense. They don't fit. And furthermore, the carpeting, you can see it in the corner of the video right now, it's like ratty old beige carpet. What? This is Uptown. They had an opportunity to make a like gorgeous lobby thing. They didn't. Why? I don't understand. I just don't understand their logic behind it. It doesn't make sense. And I wish it did, because I feel like I would be so much more inclined to play or like build in these apartments. I don't know. There's a lot of flaws with the apartments. I wish they were more customizable. I mean, they're like, it's nice. They're nice to build in for sure. I have a lot of fun doing apartments, but it's unnecessary. And by the way, speaking of the build, yeah, this entire color scheme right now, I promise you, it's very bad. I don't know what was happening. Sorry, this voiceover is such a mess, but basically, I didn't know where I was going with my life or the build, and so there's like an orange carpet and like pink stuff going on right now. I think because I had the yellow chair, I was like, ew, warmer color scheme. But no, the kitchen is cooler, so it doesn't make sense to incorporate warmer, like, suddenly. Like, what are you doing with your life? So yeah, I get rid of that. I change it actually off camera, but I do show the like updated version later on in the video, and it's obviously in the screenshots as well. I think it looks so much better once I've changed it, because I end up changing the carpet under the table into a teal carpet, I think, and yeah, it just looks a lot better, trust me. But now we're doing the living room, and this area actually I do like, and the thing is, I kind of get off base with the color scheme here too, but I fix it as well. So the issue that I'm having, I guess, is that when I do modern houses, go kind of, I really play fast and loose with color, I guess. I don't know why, but I really go wild with it. And that's not how things should be done, I guess. I mean, like, I don't mind it sometimes, but I do it every single time. And sometimes you just want to have a nice channeled color scheme, you know? So I was kind of like not feeling like something was wrong with the build. I was like, what is something's off here. So I just ended up changing it all to be similar, and I really like the way that it is when it's fixed. But yeah, using a lot of different colors at the same time, it just doesn't work sometimes, especially when you want to have it look really streamlined and fancy. Like, that's just unnecessary, you know? And also, this is supposed to be a luxury apartment. Like, they didn't design this themselves. They had someone design it for them. You can already tell. So it's not like, there's no way that they would have chosen this stuff by themselves. They would not have put these like tan pink chairs, salmon is the word I'm looking for, salmon next to like blue couches. They would not, you know? So it gets fixed. It's all better in the end. But I do overall, like, I like the furniture choices. I really love that plant from City Living. It's the like wiry metal succulent holder thing. I don't know what it's called, but it's such a nice plant. I love using that all the time. And it looks so good in modern builds for some reason. I mean, obviously because it's a modern plant, but like, it really adds some flair, because it's one of those things that looks super unique, you know? Like, it's not the type of thing where you're like, oh, that's just a potted plant, like I could get that wherever and use it wherever. It's really pretty. And yeah, besides that, I'm running out of stuff to say. We're putting in a chess table. How are you guys? I'm okay. I had kind of an emotionally taxing week, I guess you could say. I don't know, I know I'm slowing down on uploads, by the way. I feel so bad. I say that every single week, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. There's no uploads coming out. Like, first of all, no one cares. Like, I know that for a fact. But second, the thing is, it's just because me and my like, I don't spread out uploads. I build something and then I upload it immediately, like the day after I finish it. And the thing with that is like that's all good and fine, you know? But it also means I'd have to be building much more consistently, and like, I get on building kicks. I mean, obviously I have been on a building kick since I started this channel. Like, I've had at least one build a week coming out for like months, but the fact is that like, I build stuff in really fast segments, and so then like 3 things come out within a, I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7 day long span, right? And then the next 6 or 7 days there's only 1 thing coming out, and it's because I build stuff all at once, right? So then I'm uploading things day after day after day, and then suddenly I just stop and it gets really slow, and that's kind of a problem, but you know, it's fine. Also, I've been really busy lately, but I promise we're fine, everything's fine. So hopefully you enjoy these uploads, I guess. But yeah, I also do have a special Halloween upload planned. It's really cool. I'm kind of excited. It's like basically a story going along with the build, but it's like it's based on a real life story. You'll see, it's interesting. So hopefully you want to check that out if you are interested in that, because I don't know, I'm really into like spooky things, or not even just spooky things. True crime. I kind of have a obsession with it, but you know, it's fine. So I know a lot of scary stories, but there's one in particular that I really want to build because it's just quite interesting, and also the house that it happened in is really pretty. So yeah, that's part of my plan for that should come out on Halloween, I think, which is this Thursday. Oh boy. Yeah, and I have a lot of stuff going on this week, but we're gonna be fine. Everything's okay. So anyway, basically you just saw the downstairs. I think you saw the finished, or like updated, yeah, you did. Updated version of it right there. I do go back and add some stuff at the very end, but because it just feels kind of unfinished right now, like it feels very, I don't know, too open for my taste, but we do add some walls later on. But right now we're just working on the upstairs really fast, and there is a bookcase up here. There's like a second living area, and I actually like the living area up here better than the one downstairs, I think, because the one downstairs, it's very like, I don't know, it just feels kind of cold, I guess. The one up here seems much cozier to me, even though it's still modern, which I think sometimes modern can tend to look cold, but maybe it's just because of the fireplace, which is seeing me put in right now, but like, I just think it looks nicer. Like, this is the one that I imagine would be a nice family like gathering area or whatever. But yeah, speaking of which, by the way, there's a family living here. Get ready, 2 children in this huge apartment. There's like 5 bedrooms in here. I don't get, it's too big. It doesn't need to be this big. But anyway, I actually only furnished 2 or 3 of the bedrooms for that reason. So obviously I furnished the master and then 2 bedrooms for, I was thinking that the kids were twins, So I furnished the bedrooms for the 2 kids and the master, and that is it. And the other 2 I actually left blank. I was thinking one of them could be an office, but I just didn't have time to furnish it because it's kind of really late right now. I have other stuff to do tonight. Okay, yeah, so that's been left blank for now, I guess, but I will probably furnish it before I put this up on the gallery, but it'll be like basic office stuff, probably not anything too fancy or extravagant. But yeah, we're just working on this upstairs living area that I was talking about right now, and I think, like I said, it looks really cute in my opinion, especially like the lighter colors and stuff. The beige carpet, I love that carpet for some reason. I never use it. It's from Base Game, and it's like one of the really big ones at the end that you're always, I believe this is the size down version of it because it's huge, and like you always have to size it down to use it, because honestly nobody has a function for a carpet that big, but I guess they had to have them like that because for a while you couldn't size up carpets, huh? Or could you? I don't remember. I don't know, either way. Sizing up and sizing down carpets is like my favorite thing to do now, so I don't know. I think I would remember if we couldn't do that, but also I feel like maybe we couldn't at some point. I don't know. The base game now is actually like, or like the stuff that you can do now is very nice compared to what like you could do at the beginning. Oh, speaking of which, by the way, Sims 5, there was a leak about that, or not a leak, that's a total lie. It was Pixelade. Pixelade is like very, I don't know, there's a lot of dramatization of like things that may or may not be clues or whatever, but basically there was something and they were like, oh, this is a clue, and then not everyone, that's a lie, some people thought it meant The Sims 5, and I don't really think it was like indicating The Sims 5, because we already know The Sims 5 is coming, like it's inevitable, and they've already hired people to start working on it and stuff, but like I don't know what the idea of the clue was. Like, it's coming soon, which is also a total lie, because we have like, what, 2 years of planned content for The Sims coming out still, or for The Sims 4, but I don't know, either way. Yeah, that thought kind of stresses me out, and I don't know why, because I feel like The Sims 4, it's flawed, like really, there's a lot of problems with it. Obviously there's a lot of valid reasons to not like it, and it costs so much, but first of all, also, EA, it's The Sims 5, it's still going to be through EA, it's still going to cost a ton of money, so that's not really going to be a thing. Like, maybe it'll have higher value for the packs, hopefully, cross your fingers, but it's still going to cost a ton. But either way, the thing is that The Sims 4, like, it feels so young to me, and I know that's not the case, right? Like, it's been around, or it's had a longer lifespan than all of the other Sims games so far, but like, I don't think it's ready to be over yet. Like, I don't think it's ready to have content not being made for it constantly anymore. So I don't know, let me know how you feel about that, because obviously, like I said, Sims 5, it's not coming out anytime soon. We still have several years, I believe, of planned content coming out for The Sims 4, and I imagine it'll take some time after that, even for The Sims 5, to actually be on our horizons, but it is something to consider, because it will come out at some point. It's pretty inevitable, so I don't know. Are you excited? Are you dreading it? I think I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. Like, I'm definitely excited, you know? The Sims 5, it better be better than The Sims 4, because I love The Sims 4 with all of my heart. Like, it's such an important game to me, but there's a lot of problems with it, to say the least. And there's so many things I think to be improved upon in The Sims 5, and if they don't, like, that'll just really be The Sims creators ignoring our requests, or not even The Sims creators, like the Sim gurus are not bad, like they kind of listen to what we want and stuff, I think, but obviously they have limitations and restrictions put on them by EA, so that'll be EA just taking advantage of The Sims audience, because they know us as players, like at least the base game, they know we're all gonna purchase a new base game. So I don't know, I have mixed feelings. I'm very ambivalent at the moment, but it could be great, you know? We'll see, I guess. But anyway, now we're working on the master bedroom, and this is the first of my bedrooms that I attempt to do with the tall wall height, and it's just a yikes. I don't think that should ever be a thing that anybody has to go through, because it's horrible. It's tall wall height. It's so unnecessary, and it kind of makes me want to cry a little bit, but I don't know. It's fine, I guess. Like, it's fine. I sound like such a martyr right now. It's fine, I guess, guys. Look at what I had to go through. But no, seriously, it's not great, but it's okay. But yeah, I did leave a lot of like space open at the tops of the walls that just kind of went blank, because there's nothing to do up there. Like, you're not about to put huge paintings like above all of the furniture. That wouldn't make any sense. It would be weird. So I kind of just focused on what I could do, which was the bottom mostly. And I don't know. I wish I had done more, I guess, but like also what are you gonna do, you know? So yeah, and then I do put some nice fairy lights up on the windows because I always think that's really pretty, especially on like big modern glass windows. They look really nice, I think. And now we're on the first bedroom. So this one is for this is the musician's one, I think. Yeah, this one is for a musician, and basically the storyline behind that is that so they're twins, 2 twin girls, I thought, but it doesn't really matter, gender obviously. So I was thinking that one of them was a musician, and she's kind of like outcasty and stuff, but she really likes to write songs, and also she really likes to like play and sing and stuff, obviously. So that was my thoughts there, and then she probably had like a couple of really close friends. I was thinking maybe at some point she might be in a band with them. That would be really cool, but either way. So she, like I said, does not have a lot of friends, but I thought at some point she would start posting her songs on the internet, and that's the thing that a lot of people do. I know of a lot of artists that have sort of made it big that way, so I thought that would be interesting if maybe like she played out that storyline, especially because I do imagine, like I said, the family that lives here probably has a decent amount of money, and you know, it's uptown, so they're probably like at least have some degree of ability in networking. So I thought maybe she might get a record deal at some point. So that would be interesting, and I also thought that would be a nice turnaround because the other twin I was imagining was sort of like the iconic, really good at high school one. That's not a very good way of describing it, but like super smart, popular and whatnot, like all of that stuff, the sort of, I don't know, basic ideal teen, I guess. And also she's a soft girl. We'll get to that more when we get to her room, but like, yeah, so I was thinking that the other twin, it's kind of like, it would be a weird dynamic between the two of them, I guess, because I think they would probably be sort of like competitive with each other, but also like friends, obviously. So it would be interesting if she sort of was pretty irrelevant for all of high school, like not feeling great about herself and stuff, and then she made it big as a musician. It could be interesting to see how that would play out as a storyline. I know, I'm never going to play with these Sims, so I don't know why I care so much, but yeah. Anyway, so this one is the room for the soft girl because, well, if you don't know what soft girls are, first of all, in my last apartment build, actually, was it my last apartment build? I think it was. Either way, a while ago, one of the bedrooms I made was for a Visco girl, and if you didn't know, there's like a lot of stereotypes for girls these days, like a lot, but 3 main ones. There's e-girls, Visco girls, and soft girls. I feel like I'm educating people here, sorry, I don't know. I feel like if I have to be in high school every day and observe these social trends or whatever, you know, I can at least talk about it. So, soft girls, actually, there's not that many soft girls like in real life. You don't see them very often. Visco girls you kind of see everywhere all the time, but like, yeah, so soft girls, basically, it's like really pure, I guess. Pure is not the right word to use, but like they're really into like pastel colors and being cutesy and stuff. There's a very defined makeup look. It's sort of like an overwhelming amount of blush everywhere and like highlight and stuff. I don't know, I don't get makeup really, so I don't understand exactly what the appeal is of that, but you know, it's fine. But a lot of dresses and like cutesy things like cherries and emojis and stuff, I don't know. They like it a lot, they like all of it. So that's soft girls, and basically for this room, channeling my inner soft girl, which is basically non-existent, there's a lot of pinks in here, and like a lot of stuff that I genuinely don't use normally, like there's that butterfly painting and stuff, and so yeah, I wanted to use a lot of that. I did not enjoy it, really, to be honest. I wish I could say that I had, because I constantly find myself thinking like, oh, I should do a pastel apartment or something like that, but I just don't like it. I don't like the light pinks and stuff. Actually, story relating to that, when I was little, like really young, I went through this, or I really liked pink, like light pinks and stuff and everything, so we were having our house remodeled, and I was getting like my room and everything painted and like all this new furniture and stuff in my room, and I got all of this pink stuff, and I was like really excited, right? But at the time we weren't living there, we were living somewhere else because the house was being remodeled. So then when we moved to the house, right when we moved there, I was like on the cusp of transitioning into a new phase, and this new phase was like total tomboy phase, and it was just really tragic because I was like this person, and I hated light pink in everything that my room was now. And not to complain or sound over dramatic, but like younger me was very upset about this. Like I was repulsed by all of this stuff. I hated everything that was like pink. I was like, ew, pink, so girly, meh. Like, no, not for me. And I was a little brat, to be honest. But, you know, we're over it now. Everything's fine. That's a fun story about my childhood, though. I was quite an obnoxious kid, I think. But yeah, that was interesting for a while there. I wore like bootcut jeans and a t-shirt every day. We really did have a time. That was like 5th grade, I think. 5th grade to 6th grade was quite a year, too. Yeah, my younger years were not the greatest, but it's fine. But anyway, yeah. We also just skipped over the bathroom there while I was explaining what e-girls are. Not e-girls, sorry. I didn't even explain e-girls, did I? Maybe I should do, you know what would be cool? One of those room builds that's like the 3-room different styles, and then it's one for a visco girl, one for an e-girl, and one for a soft girl. I'm doing that. I've made up my mind. Sorry. But, yeah. So, anyway, that's pretty much the end of the build, actually. Now we're just working on the balcony, and like I said, we did the bathroom. So, thank you so much for watching this if you stayed all the way through. I really, really appreciate it, especially through this horrible, horrible voiceover. But we just started the screenshots, so if you want to download this, it will be up on my gallery page, and my origin ID is in the description, and that is all. Please remember to spread love and be kind to each other, and bye!